Hey, you're going to want to listen all the way through this episode because we are talking about the unlikely success story of the Oasis reunion. But why were they booed in London?
You're also going to find out how Beyonce, without her knowing, has us very gleeful for a potential Destiny's Child reunion at some point in the future. And
You heard
Sharon
it here.
and Kelly, meaning me, explain why.
Hey, how are you?
Magical.
Magical, dealing with a heat wave, magical, writing songs on the moment. That's
Yeah.
what happens when you are struck by heat, as we have been in our little neck of the woods.
hmm
Also, fun fact that the forest fires, which don't seem to be too picky about where they're striking, but in the center of our country, in the prairies of Canada, they they're raging there. And I think that they have them somewhat under control at this point, but we're talking about many miles or kilometers, however you measure, away from where we are. And yet our air quality has been affected by that fire situation.
Yeah. For our
Isn't
American
that
friends,
nuts?
I think like for American friends, picture like what, like Idaho to New York City would be the
Yes.
distance-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly that.
That's where we're
So,
getting the crazy.
and then wasn't it last summer that the wildfires in a similar place or even from further away from us were affecting us? And then that was then going down to New York, speaking of New York.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I remember one of the years last, or one of the days last summer where there was actual like kind of miniature ash in the air. Like,
Yeah. Particles.
yeah, yeah. And you know what's
Part
crazy is so this past weekend, actually, and I didn't tell you this, so this is going to be a news story for you, Sharon. So on Saturday, I was going to go to the radio station, and that's like a good, like we'll say 45 minutes from where I live.
hmm
And my better half, Elaine, was like, "Oh, you should take the motorcycle, like, because it's whatever." And I said, "You know what?" I said. It's gonna be really, really hot today. And I said, I think it'd be best if I take the car in case like it's so hot and I get stuck in traffic on Notre Dame,
Yeah.
which is a very busy street.
Yep.
So she's like, okay. She's like, I'd still take the bike, but whatever. Anyways, as I'm driving to work, I hear on the radio because I'm listening to our sister station and saying that, we have on that day, Montreal had the worst air quality in the world,
In the world.
in the world for major
Isn't
cities.
that crazy?
It
Like
was
that was,
crazy.
we were still
So
in the single digits today as of this recording. We
yeah.
were moving down the list a little bit, but like in the world.
Which is so not
It's
us.
nuts.
It's not.
No.
So then so I think to myself as I'm driving, I'm like, oh, it really was a good decision you didn't take the motorcycle because at least
Yeah.
you're in the car and whatever. So anyways, fast forward 7 hours later, I'm driving home and my car breaks down
Oh
on the same
no.
street that I had pictured in my head telling Elaine which
Oh
why I wouldn't
no.
take the car or wouldn't take the motorcycle. So I break down on Notre Dame and thankfully and I do like I look back at this with just gratitude in the grand scheme of things because
Yep.
the car had enough power to drive about 50 feet for me to get into this massive parking lot where I positioned myself because I knew I was in trouble and I was like, I'm probably gonna have to get towed. So I was able
Yeah.
to position myself so that the tow truck could get to me no problem. Because had I actually stopped on the street, Sharon knows this, it's a two-lane street. It's a very busy street. Like it would have been a disaster. I would have blocked up downtown Montreal until somebody would have pushed
Whoa.
me out. So I had to sit there for an hour and 40 minutes until the
Oh
tow
my
truck
gosh.
came, sitting in the intense heat and the ash or whatever,
Oh
bad
my
air
gosh.
quality,
The
which I was trying to
particulates.
avoid.
Oh my gosh. That's nuts, eh?
Yeah. So,
Eh?
yeah, a good Canadian ending, Sharon. Yeah.
Thank you very much. For everybody else, we've got still some info under the dark cloud with another celebrity passing that we'll talk about. Uh, we'll check in with the Gallagher brothers on the Oasis tour and why they were booed in London. Gasp. Kelly's trivia might be as intense as the heat we've been talking about, but depending on how you do, you might be cooler for the experience. And just wait to feel how good the summer of 1992 will feel when we go back there with your 90s rewind. And there was a reunion of sorts, Kelly. And we're always here for what happened at a Beyonce show.
Yeah.
So let's start there. Enlighten us, Kelly. Tell us about this reunion and who was there.
Well, for the first time since 2018, since Coachella when Beyonce was headlining that, Destiny's Child made a triumphant return to the
Woohoo!
stage in Las Vegas. And I know by the time you're listening to the show, this will be news for several days, but I think it's news that we can take with us for months because it's so amazing to have seen Destiny's Child back on stage together. I've only seen clips. They were in Las Vegas. Lots of people went to their social media, and so Instagram posts all over the place. Even some official like pictures have now been released to like their Instagram account. Like I don't even remember the last time Destiny's Child did an Instagram post, but they did for this. And they
Wow.
performed songs like Bootylicious and Lose My Breath and Independent Women, like the list goes on. And it was just so, I don't know, it does a heart good when you see Destiny's Child hanging out together. So,
I agree with you. I think that Beyonce's this like she has the world by the collar.
yeah.
And, she's had us for years and years and years, but it really obviously started with Destiny's Child, and they were great. It wasn't like, yeah, they're okay, but that lead singer's really got something. They were great.
Hmm.
And she is great as a result of that. There's no Beyonce without Destiny's Child. We know that.
Hmm.
Or maybe there would have been, it just would have taken longer.
Hmm.
But, what Destiny's Child offered was, I don't know, it clicked. And it's so good.
Hmm.
Man, oh man. Just like the list of songs that you just said, like it's all the things that you want to hear.
Yeah.
They were anthemic at the time that they came out. Um, and as strong women, they showed really well, and they continue to do that. If they can continue to get together once in a while and not have it be a
Hmm.
thing like, oh, it's never going to happen or whatever, if they can continue to just sort of like, hey, let's do this for a show or two or whatever, that's people love that. It's making moments, and maybe it plants the seed for it actually to, germinate into something a little bit bigger and more concrete, like
Yeah.
a whole show just of them.
Well, I have two thoughts. Number one, I love how, unlike in some other groups, even though I think a lot of groups now are supportive of one another, for example, like Spice Girls, they did have like a falling out with certain members. That was many, many years ago. They're all good with each other. They did those
Mhm.
shows in 2019 before pandemic. So I do think we're going to get a Spice Girls thing at some point.
Yeah.
But they did have that initial falling out. With Destiny's Child, with these particular three, Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and Michelle Williams, like there's only love. And I love that like the other two girls can go off and do their things like because Kelly has had many successful songs. Kelly, is on that show Building a Band or whatever it is now, now
Mhm.
like that's out on Netflix. And then Michelle Williams has gone to Broadway, and she's recorded albums like they're all successful, and it's like when Beyonce asks them to please assemble, like they do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like they didn't miss a beat, and it's absolutely fantastic. And I really do think one time Beyonce's gonna be like, "All right, can we please do this, ladies?" And I'm sure they'll put out another album, and I'm sure we'll get a tour.
That'd be awesome.
I think so. And I don't know, we never talked about this, but you know that Brandy, did we talk about Brandy and Monica are going out on tour together?
I don't think we've talked about it on this show, but I did know it.
Yeah,
That's smart too.
it's so smart, and I'm just sad they're only doing, I think, one date in Canada. I think they're going to Toronto, of course. But I am ecstatic that they are going out together and they're going to perform, and like that's just it's next level
Sense. It
magic.
makes sense.
It
It
makes
makes sense.
sense. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love
So,
it when people do the things that make sense.
yeah, they should listen to, I still don't know why we're not consulting. We should
We have all the answers. What are they waiting for?
Yeah, I know.
What are maybe it should be what are we waiting for?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they don't know we have all the answers. We
Yeah.
should tell them. That'll be the name of the podcast moving forward. We have all the answers.
Yeah, 90's now.
Yeah. Still happening, blah blah blah. They have all the
Yeah.
answers.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of all the answers, we hope to get at least two correct. There's probably more answers that are out there. We know that from past experience with Kelly's trivia.
Bing bong. Sport or news and politics, Sharon? Which one would you like to start with?
I would like to start with sport.
Who won the women's giant slalom at the 1998 Winter Olympics in Nagano?
Hmm.
God, I would have never known this. Nope.
Why then do you bring
I'll
these questions?
save you from guessing Lindsey Vaughn. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Can I have some initials then?
Yeah. Um, Here's the thing is like her last name, I believe, is Italian, but her first name sounds could be like Canadian or American, so I don't know that she was actually from Italy. So it's DC, but not Deborah Cox.
It's going to be Dana Cartagena.
Is Cartagena an Italian last name?
No, it's a country.
Okay, great. Um, Deborah Compagnoni.
I would like to,
Compagnoni. Yeah,
I'm
Compagnoni.
happy for her. She's obviously very proud of herself.
Yeah.
I would like to ban all questions that the asker wouldn't even know.
I have no idea who this person is.
I
I've
know,
never,
you
I,
said that.
I've never heard of her, but I'm sure she was great to win the gold medal.
I'm
So,
sure she was too.
yeah,
I hadn't heard of her. I might have just been at the clubs for that
yeah,
event.
that would have been right up your alley, right, Sharon? You would have
Yeah, the
been,
clubs.
you would have been 20.
Duh.
Yeah,
I would have had, there would have been some teased hair.
yeah.
And I probably still smoked at that time.
Um, so news and politics. Who was president of France during the massive general strikes of 1995?
Oh,
I feel like
brother.
you would know this, and I'll preface this by saying our discussion last week about things like was I was 17 and stupid, but you should have been more aware because you would have been in
Oh,
like
thanks. Nice
college.
setup.
Yeah,
That's a nice setup. You just took yourself out of
I did.
like, oh, I couldn't have known, but you should have known. Give me
Yeah.
initials, darn it.
So remember, this would be a French president of
Oui,
France.
oui.
Um, so J and C, but not the Jacques Cartier Bridge.
JC.
Yeah,
I don't
and
remember.
a French name.
Jean-Christophe.
That's a good guess.
I know.
Jacques Chirac.
Oh, Jacques Chirac, of course. I totally would have known that
Yeah, good job,
if that
Sharon.
whole setup didn't throw me off my game. You should know it. Block goes the brain. You're never gonna know this.
Yeah.
Um, so let's cut to the dark. Let's bring the dark. Cue the dark cloud.
Yeah.
Pull that in, please. We talked last week about the passing, or last show rather, about the passing of Ozzy Osbourne and Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Hmm.
Then we heard about Chuck Mangione, trumpeter, trumpeting sensation
Mm,
from the 70s, and
yeah.
guitar player George Coymans of Golden Earring,
Mm,
which have the distinction of having uh, two great rock songs with
hmm
9 years in between, two hits with 9 years in between, many albums in between, but
hmm
only those were the ones that connected in North America with the charts here. Those being Radar Love and then Twilight Zone in
hmm
1983. Um, and then we heard that Hulk Hogan had passed away. That news came around the same time. It was a busy week for the pearly gates, really. Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan, 71, and his son Nick shared some pics on Instagram and had a lot of nice things, obviously, to say about his father. Throwing it back to the people that said really nice things about him. He said, Hearing so many kind words and stories about my dad's life, interactions, and experiences with everyone has been incredible and comforting. Pretty awesome. He was legendary,
Hmm.
certainly,
Hmm.
iconic in what he represented, that handlebar mustache, the blonde, the gun show, certainly,
Yeah.
um, and Hulkamania. Like
Hmm.
that was a legit thing.
Yeah.
So those photos are findable on Nick Hogan's socials,
Hmm.
and hopefully we'll have a quieter week with people checking out and moving on.
Yeah. No, it was really such a crazy week last week. And as of our recording today, by the way, we didn't have a chance to talk about this, Sharon, but I would like to give a shout out to Keisha Knight Pulliam because who played Rudy on The Cosby
Hmm.
Show. She, I guess, like I don't even know how the word is. She, because it's not finally, like you have to do it when you're ready. She made the decision to post to social media today, as of this recording, or yesterday. It was in the last 24 hours to just have a really sweet and message towards Malcolm Jamal Warner. And you can go and check it out. Please do. They were close. I think they both lived in Atlanta, if memory serves. Like I think they saw each other fairly frequently, especially because they both have daughters. And I I just yeah, I would implore anyone to go read her short message. It was short, but it was very impactful and lost so much for that cast who I think still have great affection for one another. So
Hmm. You go through an experience like that, and it's so unique that you have to keep in touch with the people that you experienced it with because no one knows except that group of people.
yeah.
And I mean, the industry itself is its reach is bigger than its actual size, right?
Mm,
Like it reaches the world. You do great work and you connect with an audience. You're still a small cast of characters um, and crew. It's still relatively small compared to the effect that you have on the world that watches. So I'm happy to hear that they stayed in touch,
hmm
and certainly sorry for her loss.
hmm
Now with Oasis, the tour that continues there, I mean, we can say that we know that they book shows, but I think the underlying inference was that we'll see if this sticks. Like
Yeah.
the Gallagher brothers are not known for their get along ability, but um, fans have been gathering, and thousands upon thousands of them were at Wembley Stadium in London to celebrate what seemed to be a dream that
Mm,
was fading away for Oasis fans. Like they're never going to do it. Now they're doing it. So
mm.
um, it's great that Liam and Noel have they're making the tour thing. It's working. But why did they get booed in London, you wonder, Kelly? Nothing to do with the music,
Nope.
all to do with the footy.
Yeah.
You know, they are faithful Manchester City Football Club fans. And when they shouted them out at the concert in London, a lot of those fans weren't down with it. They were honest, which I'm sure that Oasis had to have been expecting the
Yeah.
booze in that situation, because that's how passionate they are about their what we like to call soccer.
Yeah.
But they are passionate about their football teams, that's for sure. But the other fun stuff that they're saying about the tour is that it's everything that you want it to be,
Yeah. It's a
and that
celebration of hits.
hits and everybody's getting their moments. So Noel's getting to do his stuff, Liam's getting to do his stuff, Oasis is right there forefront, all good. I really do wish I was going, and I really am certain that they are filming this for posterity because why wouldn't you?
Yeah. A friend of mine actually texted me on Friday and she was like sleep deprived and crazy. And she's like, I can't believe it. She's like, I'm going to London tonight. So
Oh
she
wow.
was gonna go to Wembley and she even said she's like, I have no business going, but you only live once. And
Oh wow.
so
That's
I
so
have no
cool.
idea how much this cost her. We have yet to reconnect. I'm sure she's probably still in an Oasis hangover at this point. But I told her, I'm like, this as soon as you're cognizant again, please send
Yeah.
please send a voice note and tell me how it all went because I'm so excited for her. I can't imagine. Like, yeah, so she flew from Toronto over to Wembley to see this concert. So
How exciting would that have been? Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
So ahead of getting into your 90s rewind, I want to throw another celebrity family feud bit at you. It just happens to be on when I'm doing some work, and then it's like I can't believe I'm seeing what I'm seeing. So the celebrity families that were feuding on this next episode were the Martina McBrides and the Arquettes.
What?
Patricia, David, Rosanna, I, Coco was there.
Okay.
That's David's daughter with Courtney Cox,
Yeah.
and another girl whose name I don't remember. I want to say Jasmine, but I didn't hear whose daughter she was.
Okay.
So picture this
Sicily,
category.
1947.
They're at the stand again. The question is, name one thing you shave before a date. Boom, hits David first.
Yeah.
Balls, he says. And he's giggling and everybody's like like, and this is regular, it's not late night
Yeah.
TV,
Yeah.
so you can say it, right. He said it's not number one but it's up there. And you know what, he was right.
Wow.
Wow is right. It was hilarious, but it
Yeah.
was so surreal. What am I watching? The Martina McBrides? I mean, she looks great, and her family looks
Yeah.
like her kids look like her. And then I'm and Rosanna Arquette, like bizarre. I mean, Patricia and David.
Yeah.
It and they're playing for charity, so you can
Yeah.
see the draw for sure. And I think that anybody in our age window, I know that I'm on the other end of the sliding window here, but anybody in our window knows Family Feud
Hmm.
and would totally want to play.
Oh my God.
So if you
Yeah.
can put a charity in there too, that you can see that it would be a nice draw, but it's surreal, man. Totally Twilight Zoney to have seen that night. And way to make it PG,
Yeah,
David.
I'm like, what version of this show are you watching? Like on the
Well,
dark
it's
web?
funny. Well, it's interesting. I mean, that would never have flown in the
Yeah.
70s or 80s, right?
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
we are so, it's not like we're desensitized. I think that we're a little less prudish when we talk about words, certain words that describe certain body parts. And yet there are still lines, and that's great. But
Yeah.
this has crossed the line
Yeah. Yeah.
in a way that we're all saying it.
Yeah.
So, how about we go back, Kelly, to 1992, summertime and the soundtrack for sure in your life, Kelly. No doubt about the fact that the best things in life are free
Yeah.
with your girl Janet
That's my girl.
and your boy Luther.
Yeah.
Luther Vandross, what a voice. So
Oh.
velvety smooth, right?
Hmm. And the
Well,
that song is just ridiculous, and there's some good remixes for that. And
of course there are.
yeah. And
Thank
the
goodness.
video they did for it, I remember at the time, like featured like people from the movie, as opposed to like Janet and Luther were not in it, if memory serves. And I remember
Yep.
being like, it's such a good song, and you just wish they were in it because it's Janet and
Yeah.
Luther. So,
Super cool. Hey, how about our friend Cece Peniston?
oh, Cece.
Keep on walking, Kel.
Yeah, that's my, and I'm still waiting on her to send that LP, that signed LP. So,
Oh, I hope it makes it.
yeah,
Fingers crossed.
it's in her office. That's what she told me.
That's good. She must have lost the key to her office.
Yeah.
The Cure and Friday I'm in Love. Also on the
Mm,
soundtrack to 1992 with Arrested Development and Tennessee.
nice.
That's like a you mean it kind of
Yeah.
song. This is a
Yeah.
like this handful of songs I couldn't stop but grab from this bucket of music. One of the best albums that summer was Mariah's Unplugged album, which
Hmm.
is still great.
Yes.
And her cover of the Jackson Five's I'll Be There was
Oh,
still on the charts after 2 months. So no surprise, it's Mariah, and it was that darn good. But
yeah.
I'll Be There was what a song that summer. Incredible. If you were looking to make it onto the dance floor, you did that with Chris Cross and Warm It Up. Warm it
Warm
up,
it up,
Chris.
Chris.
I'm about to warm it up, Chris. That's what I was born to do. Right on.
Yeah.
And of course, George Michael and Too Funky.
Oh, such a good song.
Can't even.
Nope.
Now, but the song that got us familiar with a conversation about two friends that started with, oh my God, Becky, look at her bop. We know what comes after that, don't we?
Yes, we
Baby
do.
Got Back, Sir
Yeah.
Mix-a-Lot with the #1 song around this time in 1992. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Vintage.
that is your 90s rewind.
Good job, Sharon. Good job.
Thanks, Cologne.
I wanted to just quickly piggyback off your Mariah Carey sitch. So first of all,
Hmm.
if you haven't had a chance, please listen to the new single Sugar Sweet
It's very good.
featuring Kalani. And I think it's pronounced, and I forgive me for not knowing what Shansia, I think it is.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's very good. Album Here for It All coming your way, September
So are
26th.
we, Mariah. So are we.
So are we. And I just wanted to pass this along, and I'm hoping like you can find this. I think you can on YouTube. It showed up on my feed randomly. It was this like video about maybe like a minute or two long where they showed Mariah, I think this was around 2005, her doing vocals in the studio.
Ooh.
And like it was insane to watch her work. Like in this like minute long, she was like, and she was so kind, like to her engineer. She was like, "Can you play that part back again?" She's like, "I'm gonna double that." And then she's like, ma, whatever. And then she's like, "Oh, can you play that again? I'm gonna try that." Like she just was like directing, like her engineer, like on fire, but like super calm, super chill, and just she knew what and she was all dressed up like in a dress, and her
Oh,
nails were
wow.
done, and she's in the vocal booth, and she has her headphones on, and then she's like, "I think I'm gonna do this," and then she just like it was like, well, it was watching a master at work. And
Incredible.
it was just so I hope you can find it. I'm sure there's more of them maybe that I didn't know about Mariah Carey in the booth, but like you need to see Mariah Carey in the booth because like to watch her conduct it's herself and her engineer was next level.
That's so cool and indicative of that switch, right?
Yeah.
90's Mariah, and think of the One Sweet Day video where she's
Hmm.
in jean shorts, a white t-shirt, and Converse,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
like low-cut Converse.
Yeah.
I don't think she's worn those since.
Yeah.
Right? So she's all dressed up in 2005. That makes entire sense to me. Also,
Yeah.
while you're looking for that,
Hmm.
you'll probably come across her appearance on the Jimmy Kimmel Live show from the other day.
With Fortune.
Uh, with Fortune Feimster,
Yeah.
which was like, I love that within the first, I don't know, 20 seconds, Fortune Feimster mentions her boobs
Yeah.
because they were pretty present and
Pronounced.
accounted for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was cool. And you could tell that she was a fan and that she was a bit shy with her. But Mariah was there for it, like in a way that she rolled with it. Because
She's so cute. Yeah.
with no offense to Fortune, like
Yeah.
this is her first time hosting a show, and I think it was her second or third go at doing it that week, ahead of coming to Montreal for the Just for Laughs festival, where she hosted a gala. Um, but Mariah was like, she just rolled with it, which was, I think, one of the things I love about present day Mariah. For the
Mm-hmm.
last few years, she's really her elements have lined up.
Mm-hmm.
And she is unabashedly herself.
Mm-hmm.
She can flip the diva switch in a heartbeat and talk about it and kind of make fun of it
Mm-hmm.
and still be great. So it was
Yeah.
it was nice to see that.
Yeah. And please watch the whole segment because within like 2 or 3 minutes of it, Fortune basically invites Mariah to a sleepover. And it's just like
That was
it's
good.
Fortune was really like she was on it too. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure she was nervous hosting on some regards, but like she was able to get in her zingers and Mariah was like so present and like welcoming of it. Like
Yeah.
it was good. Because I've
Super
seen
easy
Mariah in a
going.
couple of interviews where I think she was tired or whatever and wasn't fully
Yeah.
like well she was on it, but it was like a different but she was gleeful and joyful
Yeah.
and playful when she was with
Yeah.
Fortune. And so it was a
Exactly.
really good, it was so fun. I love Mariah Carey and I love Fortune, so it was good to see them hang out.
Truth.
We're done now.
We're out.
Yeah, that's
That's how
enough
we
of
talk.
this.
Thanks everybody for taking us along for your ride. We appreciate it. Wherever it is that you have found us, whatever platform or streaming device, whatever. Thanks. Thanks for having us in your ears, and thank you for listening to 90s Now. Still happening.